All right, I've just concluded my visits with the free men. That's what I call them, and they are elated. They're excited. They feel a weight lifted off their shoulders. They no longer have that life sentence, and they're looking forward to their day in court where they will be set free. And
watch out now. Fair advice and everything once, twice, not choice. Yes, man, my people. Welcome back to our next episode of Watch Out Now Media. And Isat Buchanan, the lawyer of Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm, Kyra Jones, and Andre St. John visited them all at the penitentiary, that's GP in downtown Kingston. And clearly you can hear the attorney at law saying he visited all free men and they were in high spirits. So clearly he have something up his sleeve or him know something what we don't know. Also, we are going to look at, he did an interview with Andre Stevenson addressing some of the things that the DDP, Paula Llewellyn, said yesterday, pertaining to, the media misleading the people and misinformation and all of that something. You see it. All that and more when you come back, so I'm going to stay tuned. If you're not a member of the gang, please do so right now by subscribing to the channel, liking the video, share it also, tell a friend to tell a friend. I know that we got that all out of the way. Hey, Gun Godzilla, cue the intro.
Kaboom! You know it's Warlord representing Watch Ya Know! The world I forget the stats, you know. You know it's Watch Ya Know Media, and it's Warlord, Skystar leader. Kaboom! Watch Ya Know.
I'm Isat Buchanan, attorney at law, attorneys for Adidja Palmer, Sean Campbell, and others. The Privy Council in the United Kingdom have made their ruling or their judgment quashing the conviction of the men. What does that mean? Well, it means that they no longer have a life sentence over their head and they're no longer convicts. And that is very important. They are currently detained at the Tower Street Correctional Facility, where I'm now located. That's aka GP. The court in Jamaica, the Court of Appeal in Jamaica, are going to be responsible for determining whether or not the men will have a retrial or they'll be set free. We are awaiting the last document or the important document from the Privy Council signed by the King, which gives effect to the judgment that they handed down on March 14. So people have to just be patient and know that justice rushed is justice crushed in this particular situation, given the success of the appeal. All right, I've just concluded my visits with the free men. That's what I call them, and they are elated. They're excited. They feel a weight lifted off their shoulders. They no longer have that life sentence, and they're looking forward to their day in court where they will be set free. And the mantra is God on time.
Yes, man, my people, I heard from the hottest lawyer right now, in this big profile case, said it best himself, God on time. But I swear the last time I heard him on TikTok, him said, load up the gathering and prayers from the people and from St. Thomas. So it look like he must say God, time, and over. I don't mean he said people. You see me, I say him himself said.
Just send up to prayer and re-up the gathering, So, all my peoples in St. Thomas, y'all know what it is. It's that time, so I'm going.
But hold on the people, sick of holy popping. I'm sure I know me alone here yesterday when the DPP, Miss Paula Llewellyn, said, it's back to court. I'm sure he, she, and the old lady also heard. You get to me as a people. But when the lawyer speaking with such utter confidence and referring to all the men as free men, make we have to think and look into things like, beyond the naked eyes. Maybe him know something what we don't know. At least him gonna know something what we don't know, because end of the day, him are the lawyer upon the case. But yeah, him know something what we don't know, him have something up his sleeve, or, him know the outcome already. You get to me, I say, I refer to the man, them as free man, as I say. And you hear him say, when him end his speech, saying, just wait on the final, piece of paperwork for come through, which is signed by the king, and so that the men could be set free. So people tell me one thing, feel like, by this time next month, Vybz Kartel will be a free man, or you feel like the DPP are gonna do what's in her power to keep the artists and fellow co-convict, or should I say alleged co-convict, them are no convicts again. You don't know them sentence were squashed or overturned, so them just jailer right now. Just run some remand. You see me? I say that's how I put it here. You see me? I feel like she could just keep and make them all run some remand, no bail, until them get them case together. You see it? Which that not too look right there. So I mean, pertaining upon the artists, sickness and so forth, them can give some leeway due to all the artists, have grave disease. So them can go home a little bit, and if it's a retrial, them just call him back to court and do the retrial. But you know what I mean? Bust him on the bail for now, and then do the right thing, call back the retrial and do what them have to do. So the comment down below and let me know what I think, you see me I say. But now I go listen to the interview with him and Andre Stevenson.
Itself. The defense certainly stands united in taking the position that, listen, we're not trying any case in the media. There's no need for clarifications after the fact, because this is why context matters. If one looks at the judgment of the Privy Council, everything that you need to know and everything is in the judgment in relation to the facts that are before the court, or before that was before the court, and what the Privy Council pronounced on. The next thing I will say is, in an adversarial system that we have, the criminal justice system is an adversarial system. What people must understand is that the defense, as creatures at the defense bar, is there to defend, albeit being an officer of the court. They find themselves defending. Similarly, the prosecution, they too, as creatures at the bar, are going to prosecute. It is in their nature to prosecute. What is clear in terms of the ethics, the ethical implications, is that defense win cases, prosecutions do justice. So where emotions are concerned, one can strip the reality of the emotions and think we must not be blindsided or distracted that what has happened is a monumental decision that has implications for the common man. Take out who these popular defendants are. That's how I'm going to refer to them as. And know that your brother, your sister, your father, somebody who is not of means, is expected to be cloaked in the presumption of innocence, is supposed to have what is known as fair trial. So when somebody says that the Constitution says has been, is being, and is likely to breach the constitutional rights, we must give effect to the Constitution and understand that when Justice Sykes speaks about the importance of the Constitution in needs and the way forward in how we interpret the Constitution, no one should be allowed to breach constitutional rights and treat it as if it is not a breach. This is generally. So to have the public put on their critical thinking minds. Yes. What is it that we must accept as a people? Is that if we want better, if we hope to one day get to Singapore, there are just certain things we are not supposed to allow to happen. No, we are guided as attorneys by the canons, the ethical canons. And it is important to note that those canons, one refers to Canon G for defense attorneys in terms of how they're to conduct themselves as officers of the court. And likewise, one refers to Canon H when it comes to attorneys on the prosecutor side and how their ethical implications and how they're to conduct themselves. What is clear though is the discourse is unfair to the gentleman. Because the jury pool, we expect one of the things where the Magna Carta says is you're to be tried by a jury of your peers. Codified in the Constitution of Jamaica is that you have a fair trial within reasonable time by your peers.
Yes or no, people? That was attorney at law Isat Buchanan on the Andre Stevenson show. Lengthy interview, people. If you want to see the full interview, the link will be on the flat. You can go ahead and check out that. But yes, people, like he was explaining to the mass audience, you know what I mean, when it comes down to the constitutional right of a person, it no matter the person, you know what I mean, if you dislike them or not dislike them, if them guilty or not guilty, his job is just to create the best defense and to let his client have a fair trial. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the prosecution now, their job is to prosecute in the name of justice. You know what I mean? For them job is to get a guilty verdict if the person is guilty of that crime. You get what I say? And what the people them have to keep and remind themselves is Vybz Kartel, the Privy Council, did not rule in their favor based on the fact if Vybz Kartel was innocent or guilty. It was basically his rights were breached in terms of the jury corruption. Therefore, a guilty verdict could have been reached all because, you know what I mean, the other juror them, find out say, oh, them a try bribe we, forgive a not guilty verdict. Oh, so that mean him guilty. You get what I say? And him say basically there was no evidence found that no one on the defensive team, meaning Vybz Kartel and his other three co-accused, was the one who tried to bribe the juror to come back with a not guilty verdict. You get what I say, people? So at the end of the day, it's all about ethics and the constitutional right. You know what I mean? Everything has to be done by the book. If you not do it by the book, then things like this are going to always occur. You get what I say? Things like this are going to always be a problem. Also, you can hear him addressing the fact, you know what I mean, that he himself was not trying to try the case in the public opinion, you know what I mean, which it kind of look away when you see him do the whole interview with Fox and bringing attention to the case. I guess that was to just speed up the process for the UK Privy Council to take a look at the case. You know what I mean? When the public eye is on it and attention is on it, you know, I guess they're more aware of the situation and how serious it is. You get what I say, people? But yeah, I feel in some form of way, you know, he's liking the attention and, you know what I mean, from the TikTok and the goes up, the gathering and all of them thing there. Yeah, I like the attention. You get what I say, people? Based on, you know, ethics and the constitutional right of the artist and the co-accused. So, it all boils down to Miss Paula Lowen. If she did just do the right thing, I'm only say the right thing, if she do what she did for do, buy the book, and don't just gloss over it like say, you know what I mean, ethics doesn't matter or ethic doesn't matter when it comes down to a certain person, no matter who you is, like him said before, and one done and is the crown. And by law, how them structure for them thing is me I say a certain for go. Else something like this are gonna happen. Yeah, people, so tell me what you think when I'm say right and make some valid points. I wanna feel like, you know, regardless of all of that, the evidence is there. You know what I mean? We should just do it like the village lawyers. You see me? Yeah, but as always, I like, comment, share the notification bell for further updates and videos. Banging. Watch you now.